We are the authors of Cayleb's Magical Adventures, Stuck in a Cave. We were inspired to write this book during the pandemic. Our son Cayleb has a very close relationship with his grandparents, and once the pandemic hit, we were worried what the relationship would be. But as usual, he rose to the challenge and not only maintained the relationship, but actually brought it to another level. And he would go ahead and use the phone with video and go ahead and take them on his magical adventures. And we are here today to share with you one of many stories.
Our illustrator is Brandon Weiner, and we are so grateful to him for helping us bring our story to life with his beautiful images. I'm going to read the story to you now. Cayleb's Magical Adventures, Stuck in a Cave. Dear grown-up readers, we were inspired to write this book during the global COVID-19 pandemic, at which time we weren't able to be physically close to two of Cayleb's grandparents who live in Montreal. Although we reside in New Jersey, we have always been fortunate enough to be able to visit with them frequently. When the lockdown went into effect, it was a big adjustment for us all. It was our creative, intelligent, and adventurous 3-year-old son, Cayleb, who took it upon himself to use his real-life experiences and special bond with his grandparents to stay connected. Without any prompting from us, he focused on taking them along with him on all kinds of adventures with the help of a smart device. We were privileged to witness these interactions and found them truly moving. Observing them inspired us to write this series as a tribute to this unprecedented time. In a time when parents, stretched in countless stressful directions, have been reliant on screen time for survival, we also felt motivated to share one of the most positive aspects of technology, staying in touch. We hope you enjoy our stories. This is Cayleb. Cayleb loves to have big adventures. He especially enjoys playing with his grandparents, but since they live very far away, he plays with them on his magical device. No matter where they are or what they are doing, Grandma and Grandpa are always ready for the next adventure. All he has to do is push the big green magic button and they are ready to go. On Sunday morning, Cayleb jumped out of bed. He rushed to the bathroom, brushed his teeth, and quickly got dressed. Mommy asked him to finish breakfast first, but he was so excited to see his Grandma and Grandpa that he pushed the magic button while his mouth was still full. They answered his call right away. He wiped his mouth on the back of his hand and took a quick gulp of his milk. Then he buckled his grandparents into the passenger seat of his favorite car, jumped into the driver's seat, and turned on the engine. Grandma and Grandpa felt every bump as Cayleb drove them to his playroom. Once they arrived, Cayleb shut off the engine and unbuckled their seatbelts. Grandpa was finishing up his coffee, so Cayleb took Grandma into a deep, dark cave that he built from pillows and blankets. She got so scared that she called for Grandpa to join her. Grandpa came rushing over to Grandma's side to see what was going on. The cave was really dark, so Cayleb went to grab a flashlight and quickly turned it on. Soon their tummies began to grumble. Cayleb went to grab a snack from the kitchen. But as soon as he stepped out of the cave, it began to crumble. His grandma and grandpa were stuck inside and were calling for help. Cayleb had to think fast. He looked around his playroom and saw his digger trucks. That gave him an idea. He used the front loader to pull his grandpa and grandma free from the rubble. Cayleb was so relieved that his grandpa and grandma were okay. They were safe and sound, but tired from their big adventure. Cayleb's magical device began to beep, a sign that today's voyage was coming to an end. Grandma and Grandpa gave him a kiss goodbye and set off for a rest. Cayleb placed the magical device on its special resting spot and started to wash up for dinner. As he ate, he began to imagine all the fun that he and his grandparents would have tomorrow. Until next time.
The end.
We hope you enjoyed our story, and we look forward to sharing more of Cayleb's magical adventures with you soon.
Bye.
Bye.